I feel like I've just been laughing through the pain this past month.
Literally since the beginning of 2026, all of 2026. Just
literally. Yeah.
Literally. It's been a whole year and like 20 days.
No, literally.
Like it's just been a little wild, but it's fine. We'll survive, hopefully. Anyways, as Emma's yawning.
This is our year. This is when we get famous and quit our jobs.
Hopefully. But didn't we say that last year?
Yes, but I have a good feeling about it this year.
Okay, this is Reading Between the Lines. We're both emotionally unstable, but that's okay because we're doing it together. So go team. Welcome to Reading Between the Lines. Welcome back. Happy 2026. It's been a hot minute. We're back. We took some time to recharge and recoup, and that actually did not happen.
No, I think my life has actually gone downhill since the last time we recorded.
Yes. So in reality, the answer is we're never taking a break ever again because it just doesn't work for us. Apparently,
it's not beneficial at all. At all.
No, it's really not. It's fine, but it's fine. We made it. We're back. Welcome to 2026. Welcome to. It's not new and improved. I was to say new and improved. Nothing has changed, actually. We are the exact same. Today, we're talking about, I cannot say the series name.
Empyrean.
Thank you. Empyrean. I always say it wrong. We are talking about, I just say the Fourth Wing series. Empyrean series theories. See, there's too many words there. Too many, whatever. Anyways, that's what we're talking about today.
Words. I went to trivia. I already told you this, but I went to trivia night, my first time ever going. And the people I was with were using such big words. And like the questions, like there were scientific questions. And I was like, I don't even know what he's saying right now. Like those words I've never heard in my life. Like, what is happening?
I swear we went to college and graduated college, but doesn't really seem like it.
Well, science isn't our strong suit.
No.
Writing is. Writing is both of our strong suits, I would say.
Exactly. Writing and reading, which is why we have this podcast.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know, I was talking to my dad the other day and I was like, you know, if I went back to college and I could do it again, I would definitely major in like creative writing or something along that path and not just what I thought I could get a job in. I mean, I did like journalism going into it. I don't like it now. Nope. And I wasn't like that into reading. Like I was into it, but like not like insanely into it like as we are now. But if I went back, I'd probably do something that I liked and like try to make a career out of something that I actually like doing and want to do and not that's just like sustainable to living.
Listen, I was thinking about this the other day too because I was like, if I went back to college, I would get a social media marketing degree instead of a journalism degree. My journalism degree is not helping me in the slightest.
No, I haven't used it at all. Except I guess when we do have like guests on, like that's how I think of it. Like that's us using our journalism degree in a way
but that's not getting me paid, bro.
Oh no, yeah, I know. But I'm saying like that's the only aspect of my life that I'm using it.
No, actually, like I think it's the reason that I cannot leave my other job is because I have a journalism degree and nothing else.
Literally.
They're like, what does this have to do with anything? This is not helpful. I love your stack of From Blood and Ash. Like, what is happening over there?
I have no room for books. I have a bookshelf here, and they're all filled. So whenever I move, I'm going to get another one, leave these books here, and then stock my other one that I'm going to get eventually.
I'm just like looking at all those books waiting for one of them to fall. I have so many books that I bought over like Christmas and stuff that I have so many now that I haven't read on my shelf. It's terrible.
I actually didn't get any books for Christmas. And I didn't get any gift cards, so that sucks. But I did get a Kindle, and I've read like 6 books so far this month because of that.
I've only read the 2, but on our Fire Kindle or whatever the heck it is.
Mhm.
But I feel like I didn't get gift cards or anything, but I was like, I overly was like, I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna treat myself with books, and then you're like spending like hundreds of dollars, and you're like, this is no longer a treat. Like, this is not
No.
good.
Yeah. Also, I've been craving a Barnes and Noble trip
Yes.
with you.
Yes. Dude, why do we like wait so long? It doesn't help that we're like 4 hours apart from each other or whatever.
I
it is,
know,
but
and that it's in the middle of winter.
yeah, I don't want to leave the house in the winter.
Yeah, and I work on Saturdays. So it doesn't help either.
See, so really you're holding this up. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and I've been thinking like if whenever I do go to Barnes and Noble, like money, I'm like, I don't even care. Like I'm gonna get these like 4 series. Like I'm just gonna go for it because I want to. It's gonna be good for my mental health. Like that's
Yep. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Which is why I impulsively bought The Wolf King and the second book, even though I read the second book on the Kindle, and why I bought, what was the other ones? Fallen Gods. I have no idea what that's even about. I just bought it.
Yeah.
No idea what it's about. I also bought this one, which is like the new thing on Book Talk. I don't know if you've seen it. This is the new thing on Book Talk.
I want to read that too, yeah.
Direbound. So if you've read this, you need to tell us how it is, because apparently it's a new thing. I haven't read it yet. It's a thick book.
I've heard mixed reviews about it.
See, you said the same about the Silver Elite, which makes me not excited to read it.
But I also liked Silver Elite, but I'm also very easy to please when I'm reading books.
Fair enough. Listen though, I bought the entire Everking series, which why did I do that? But I did, because I'm like, I can't just have the first one. I have to have all 3. Yeah. And the 4th one's not coming out until later this year. So I was like, I have to have all 3 to be prepared for when the 4th one comes out, because that only makes sense. But now I have all those to read too, and it's an overflow. It's a little overwhelming. Yeah.
Well, I got like 3 months free with Kindle Unlimited, which you did too, right? After you got yours. And I don't know if I'll like continue like paying for it afterwards, but right now, since it's free, I'm like, I'm gonna read as many books as I can on here that I know I don't want the physical copy of, or like like with the Plated Prisoner series, I could read it on there, but I want the physical copies so bad because they're so pretty.
You do, yeah.
So I'm gonna wait for that.
Yeah. Listen, I should read more books on there, but I'm like, I have so many physical books that I need to read too. Like, if I was to read anything on the Kindle, it would be like sports romances and stuff. Like, because I would never buy those.
Yeah, that's the majority I've been reading. I just started this series though. It's a romantasy duology. The first one is called Whispers Among Thorns, I think. I've never heard about it before.
Yeah, no.
I was just scrolling on Kindle Unlimited looking for a duology because I didn't want to read like a 5 fantasy book, like 5 book series. I was like, I'm not in the mood for that. And I was like, oh, it's pretty good. I'm on book 2 now, so
that's good. I've been seeing a lot on there too, like on Kindle Unlimited that I want to read, but I'm like, what if I read it and then really like it and then want to get the physical book?
Yeah.
That's my issue. So I'm like, then I just get the physical book.
Yeah, but the thing right now is like it's free on Kindle Unlimited, right? So it's not like you're wasting money. You're like not paying for it twice.
I know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But what was the one that it was The Wolf King that I just read that like literally took up my entire life for like a week?
Yeah. And we're definitely going to need to talk about that one of these episodes.
Yep, that'll be next probably, because I have a lot of thoughts about that. So if you haven't read The Wolf King, start it so that way by the time the episodes come out, you're caught up with us. I've also had, before we get to book news and everything else, I've been having this, like, you just gave me a face like I have a thought. Okay, well, I have a thought. Let me say the first thing first. I have had a itch, and you're gonna laugh at me, to reread a comfort series, but not ACOTAR. Like I want to reread ACOTAR, but I'm like, I can't because I just did that like whatever 6 months ago. But I want to reread Throne of Glass. But I'm like, can I put myself through that right now? Probably not. Listen.
Yeah, I've been having that urge too. Well, I don't have the Throne of Glass series, obviously, because I borrowed yours and it's
Yeah.
a big series and I haven't bought it yet. But I have been thinking about rereading like either ACOTAR or the Windy City series, because the Windy City series is like the comfort series for me.
Yeah.
Even though I just reread it. But I'm going through a tough time, man. I need that comfort series.
That's what I'm saying. Whenever I have a tough time or like I've got a lot on my mind, I either go to Friends or I reread ACOTAR or both. Like there's no in between. This is what happens.
Or I watch Pirates of the Caribbean. Like I've watched this so much recently, and I was thinking of rewatching it again tonight.
Listen, I can't watch that right now because I don't have Disney Plus. Otherwise, I'd be doing that.
Yeah.
So, but I've also thought, I'm like, what if I just reread like Powerless instead? And I'm like, that's not going to scratch the itch that I have right now. Like,
Yeah, I like the Powerless series, and I really like the first one too. Like the first book in that series is like really good, I think. But it's not the same. Like it's not like a comfort
No.
series for me.
No. It's so good, and I want to reread it eventually, but it's not going to like calm.
Yeah.
See, Throne of Glass isn't going to calm either until I'm like at the complete end. Like I will go through emotional roller coaster to get to finally being calm at the end. ACOTAR, I'm just calm the whole way through. Like it's just like I know it's happening. I know like I know all the things because I've read it so much. So then I was like, maybe I should reread From Blood and Ash because the last book's supposed to come out soon. So I'm like, maybe then that's a good idea. But that's like commitment.
That's commitment, and it's also that series is very like high level thinking in my mind.
No. But I feel like I need to prepare myself for when the last book comes out because I'm still so freaking confused about all the things and the gods and all that stuff. So I'm like, I feel like I need to wrap my brain around it before I read the last book. I don't know. I have so many other books I need to read. So
ACOTAR, Windy City series, and Throne of Glass are the TikToks I see the most of. And every single time I'm like, oh, just to be back there.
Listen, I keep seeing ones about Fourth Wing, and I'm like, should I reread that? Like Xaden. I need like Xaden in my life. But I'm like, it's not the same as like Rysand or Rowan, or like it's not the same.
And also you have to read about Liam if you reread Fourth Wing, and that's just not gonna help your case right now.
And the fact that Xaden is like, you know, like rereading Onyx Storm would then ruin me. Like that, the end of Onyx Storm like ruined me.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that was a good transition, Alexis. Good job. Anyways, we don't have any book news, but look forward to book news on our Instagram. We know post every week about the book news. So in case you don't get it here or don't remember, you can always go back to Instagram. We have book news coming out every week on Fridays. I was like, what day does it come out?
Yeah.
It comes out Fridays.
Oh my gosh, I have to really figure that out then. Like I said, today or this week's been a week.
It's been a week. We'll find stuff. There's always something.
I love how you say that, and you're never the one to find it. You're like, we'll find stuff, and it's like me finding stuff.
Listen, normally what happens is I see this stuff on Instagram when I pull up our Instagram, but then you have already put it into the thing. So it's like, okay, I'm not going to suggest this to you because I already saw it and you already have it. Like the people we meet on vacation, like you already put that, like I knew that was a thing, but you already did it.
Yeah, I guess.
If I find any, I will send them to you. So there's that. That was the book news we got on. You'll see it tomorrow or Friday or whatever. You'll see it. It'll be there. Anyways. Longest intro ever. Just kidding. I'm pretty sure we've had longer intros than that.
We 100% have. When Dancing with the Stars was on, our episode was about that.
True. Like 45 minutes of just the intro. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to be talking about the Empyrean series Theories, I did it. Which, if you don't know what that is, then why are you here? Just kidding. You can stay here.
You know, the word Empyrean just like reminds me of Star Wars. Like I feel like that'd be a Star Wars word.
What does it mean? Do we know what it means?
I have no idea what it means.
I'm going to look it up. Oh, relating to heaven or the sky.
That makes sense. Dragons.
Yes, that only makes sense. Okay, so the Empyrean series is Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and Onyx Storm. There's going to be a fourth book and then a fifth book, and we don't know what's happening after that. Point is that we are going to talk about the theories within that series, which that rhymes, and I don't like that, but it's fine. We're going to talk about the theories. I don't have any. Well, that's not true. I have some. I just don't know how to like pinpoint. Like I don't know how to take the words that are in my head and make it into a coherent sentence. So I'm going to let Emma say all of her stuff, and then I will build off of that. Because I'm sure there are a lot of theories out there. I just don't see them.
Yeah, you know, I thought of like some of these on the list, but I also looked some up, and like I was like reminded of what I've already seen. And these are definitely probably not all the theories at all. Like there's so many out there.
Listen, we are not those people. There are people out there who like dive deep into every single word of every book and are like, this is a theory, this is and like come up with evidence. We are not those people. We just vibe.
Yeah. Well, when I'm reading it, I come up with theories. I'm like, oh, like what about this? Whatever, like whatever. But afterwards, I'm done reading it. I'm done thinking about it. I'm not like that. Like word 52 on page 130. Like, let's talk about that. I'm like, what? How did you even like find that?
It's these people that come up with like these insane theories, and it's like, where did you even like? In what universe was that a thought?
Some of these theories are insane ones, I will say. But they're fun to talk about. They're fun to like think about, but some of them like there's no way.
But there is a way because it's Rebecca Yarros. So
yeah.
Okay, I'm so ready. Tell me what the third.
Okay, the first one is one of those that I don't think is gonna come true, but I saw it on TikTok and I told you about this already. But Xaden is going to cheat on Violet with someone else since he's Venom. That's a theory that went kind of viral on TikTok.
Listen, I feel like that's just rage bait.
I think it's rage bait too. Like, there's no way.
I feel like
that's his wife. He can't forget his wife.
Exactly. Like, see, that's the thing. Like, the way that Onyx Storm ended with him saying, like, don't come after me, it's yours now. Like, that's him just committing himself to her. Like, no way would he do that. Even if he was in another mind.
Yeah.
Like, even if Venom took over his mind. Like, no way.
Yeah.
Because no way could people forgive him after that. That's the thing.
Exactly. Yeah. I feel like Violet would maybe forgive him if he wasn't in his right mind, but like Riddick and Ree and Sawyer, none of them would forgive him.
No.
They'd be like, don't even.
Okay, but what's the extent of the cheating here? Like, are people saying like he's gonna sleep with somebody else?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm like, I could see him like
flirting a little bit.
Yeah, or like doing something like that, or like not knowing, but like sleeping in the same bed with somebody.
Oh yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? He would not go that far to like sleep with somebody else.
Yeah, no, and I think if he did flirt with someone, it'd be to like get information. Like I feel like he has enough of his mind still. I mean, we have no proof of this, but I feel like he has enough of his mind still that he's going to work on figuring out either a cure or like what the Venom's end goal is or something like that, helping them from like the enemy side, basically.
But remember, Rebecca said that if you can't deal with villain Xaden, then you just need to skip to book 5, which makes me really scared of what that means.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't really know. As long as he doesn't cheat on Violet, like actually like sleep with someone, and as long as he doesn't kill a character I like.
See, that's what I can see happening is him killing somebody. That's what I can see. And
Yeah.
it's gonna be Riddick. The next person who dies is gonna be Riddick. I will die on that hill. That is accurate.
I hope not, because Riddick's like one of my favorite characters.
I know, but that's one of my theories is that because she did say, didn't she say that one of our like favorite characters is
Yeah.
gonna die in the next book?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I
Listen,
highly doubt it's gonna be Sawyer because
mm,
he already, got really injured. And he has like a thing with Jacinia, right? And she had a thing with Liam. And Rebecca's not gonna do that to her twice. Also seen something that said that Riddick is Venom already because he got stabbed in that kitchen, right? And he said it was just his flight jacket. But people are like, what if it wasn't his flight jacket? And he actually did get stabbed. But since he's Venom, it didn't kill him. But that's also one of those I'm like, it's a little far-fetched, but
because he would have been acting differently, wouldn't he? We're going back.
I mean, Jack wasn't acting any differently. Like Jack was an asshole through and through. Like,
okay, fair point.
changed.
Fair point. Listen, okay, we're going back. First theory. Xaden, I do not agree that Xaden will cheat on Violet. I do agree that he will do lots of things that we will not agree with because it's villain arc. But at the same time, we love a villain arc. So
Yeah.
it's like, I'll forgive you, right? Like if you kill some people, right, just don't hurt our girl Violet. Like other than that, like I'll forgive you. You could like destroy the world. Like I don't care.
And that's like the number one rule of fantasy books is you can kill as many people as you want, just don't cheat on your girl.
Exactly. I do not see that being true. Those people that think that are crazy and do not have faith in Xaden.
Next theory is Violet forgetting everything from the Fourth Wing series through the Onyx Storm book. Like from Fourth Wing through Onyx Storm, her forgetting all of that.
You think she forgot all of it?
Yeah, maybe. And that's why Jacinia is writing these books.
That's a wild take.
I know.
That's a wild take. But at the same time, I could see that being true.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like every single theory that I've ever seen about this series is valid. Like, this series is so wild and complex. Like, literally anything could happen.
That's the problem, is that anything could happen.
Yeah, I mean, Jack came back. Like, what do you mean?
The jump scare when Jack came back. The hatred that we felt, actually.
The hatred everyone felt.
No, seriously. That was bad. Okay, because that would make sense. Because why else would she put that little note in the front then? Like, that's not just there for funsies. Like, that's there for a reason.
Yeah, another theory I thought of, or not thought of, but I saw is that everyone dies eventually in this series, and that's why they're writing the book to the books to tell their stories. But on the flip side, I'm pretty sure Rebecca Yarros says she likes a happy ending. So like Violet and Xaden are basically confirmed to stay together until the end. Unless there's a Romeo and Juliet situation, they both die.
Listen. See, because I just read a book that was like that. It could still be a happy ending, but the way that they're together is through death.
Mm-hmm.
I just read a series that was like that. It crushed my heart because I'm like, are you kidding me? They both died, but they were in another realm. Like, they were gods. So they were like spiritual. They weren't physical anymore, but they were together.
That's not a satisfying ending for me.
I bawled because I was like, what?
Yeah. I'm like, no, like, let them live out their lives. Like, what are we doing?
Especially if they're fighting for their life the whole series.
Yeah.
Like, no. Like, we can't just have them die. But at the same time, I've seen that theory too, where people say that everybody's gonna die, and this is just a foretelling, or not a foretelling, but like a telling of the stories of the college and of the people and of like the war and stuff, and that it's just all like a history book. Like that, I've seen that. Which would Rebecca do that? Yes. Which is the part that sucks.
She will literally do every single thing like horrible besides not having Zayden and Violet together. Like she said that she likes that kind of ending, so like she basically confirmed that they'll be together. But other than that, everything else is on the table. She has free range of all these horrible acts.
I don't know, man. Especially with your other theory of the fact that Violet forgot or like doesn't have memory from Fourth Wing all the way through Onyx Storm. If that's true, then I feel like that goes straight into everybody dies. Because like, why else would the story be told, right?
And she'd have her memory for like these next two books because like it's like kind of restarting, right? Because Imogen took her memory, right, from like everything else. If we're going with the theory, and then afterwards, that's when her memory basically like restarts, and like she'll remember that.
I also don't like books when memories are taken away. It stresses me out.
When you have that, like when it's one POV, then it's an unreliable narrator.
Exactly.
To an extreme.
Exactly. We know for sure there's going to be Zayden's villain arc because Rebecca confirmed that in book 4. I have a feeling that your theory is correct, that Violet's not going to remember a lot, which is why he left it was a dagger, right? Is that what he left?
I can't remember. Probably.
I think it was the dagger or was it the ring, or was it both? He left something for her. And I wonder if that's so that she remembers who he is.
Or maybe Imogen took away Violet's memories of Zayden, but no one else. Because you've seen, like, Harry Potter, right? Like, you know in the first Deathly Hallows when Hermione takes her parents' memory from, like, of her to keep them safe?
Yeah.
What if Imogen did that to Violet and took her memories of Zayden away?
So she didn't go after him?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I could see being true. She had a ring with the emerald, and the stone, the emerald stone, was like the blade, his blade that he had. It had the emeralds in it.
She couldn't remember, like, her wedding.
Mm-hmm. And then he said, "Don't look for me, it's yours now." Yeah, I want to know. We don't know what, I mean, we can make a theory. We know what Violet asked Imogen to do, but we technically don't have that answer yet. So was it take all my memories of Zayden so I don't do something stupid? Because Violet would do that.
Violet would do that.
Which stresses me the heck out. Yep, that one's definitely true. I'm not even going to argue with that. That one's definitely true. Okay. Could everybody also die because it's just like a history book, or like it's just like a telling of everything that happened?
Yeah.
That I could also see. Yeah, see, that's what I could see happening is Rebecca doing all that, like all this lead up, right? Even book 4 when Zayden's in his villain arc, all that stuff, and then book 5, which I don't think that's the last book, but maybe it is. Is it just being like, this all happened, they're all dead at the end of it, and it's just a retelling of the story of the college.
Yeah.
Which is wild. Anyways.
Or what if it's like a flash forward and it's kind of like a How I Met Your Mother situation where it's like their grandkids or something hearing the story or telling the stories or whatever? I wouldn't want that.
No, that's weird.
Another crazy theory is that Liam isn't dead and he's the Venom that Zayden calls brother.
What?
In Onyx Storm. Because we don't know who brother is.
I thought it was Jack.
We don't know. There's theories. Like people said it could be Jack, it could be Garrick, it could be Bodhi, but I think the theory is Garrick.
Listen, no way we went through that traumatic of death to have him not actually be dead.
Okay, but imagine like Xaden said something to Liam that Violet didn't hear in Fourth Wing. And we just get like Xaden's reaction to Liam dying, but we don't know what he said. So imagine if Xaden's like become Venom or like do whatever you need to survive. And he kept that a secret because he kept Brennan being alive a secret as well.
But how would that even be true? Because didn't Violet watched him die? Like, was there with him when he was dying?
When he was dying, yeah. But
Did
I'm
they
pretty
just leave
sure
his body there? I thought they brought his body back.
I don't know if they did.
I swear.
Or did they bring his body back to Tyrendor, which is Xaden's territory, right? Because that's where Liam's from.
Where did his dragon go? Do you remember that?
I think his dragon died. I don't think Venom works on dragons. Like, I don't think, like, if the rider survives through, like, the Venom. But also, Liam was dying because his dragon had already died. And, you know, when the dragon dies, the rider dies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So what if there's, like, a loophole?
That's too traumatic for me because Liam's death was too traumatic. No way is he actually alive.
It was traumatic, but I want him to be alive. Because then when I'm rereading it, I can get to Liam's part and be like, oh, he'll be back. He'll be back. I'll see him in a few bucks.
I don't know, man. That's crazy. I don't know if I agree with that.
Okay.
Because I just don't think that Rebecca would put that traumatic of a death, right, for all the characters, right? Like, all the characters, like, it messed with them.
Didn't she say once that she regretted killing Liam? Or was that someone else? Or was that, like, another author?
It's possible.
Because if she did, then she could just bring him back and be like, oh, psych, like, I actually didn't want him to die anymore.
I don't know. I don't believe that one.
Okay.
If he does come back, though, I'll be screaming. Like, screaming.
Yes. Okay. Next one is Brennan is Venom. Because when he died, right, he could have drew from the earth. But also that one guy who helped him, who died instead because he helped Brennan. There's some, like, theory working that into it as well as to how Brennan is Venom, which I don't really quite understand that. But basically, the theory is that he's Venom. And he turned Venom when he died.
I could see that being true.
I could see it too. And there's also, like, examples of, like, why people think this, which I can't remember any of them, but there's, like, proof, I think, that a lot of people are drawing this theory from.
Yeah, that one, I've seen that one, and I also think that one's true. Just because of, I don't know, we don't know a lot about him, which doesn't, like, help with, like, confirming his identity and, like, who he is and all that stuff, which makes it even more sketch. So that's why I'm like, I could see that being true.
I could see it too, yeah. Okay, the next one is, no, I don't know if you remember this part of the story in Onyx Storm, because I feel like it was overlooked a lot, but I also feel like it's very important. But do you remember when they were traveling
through everywhere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got to this one place, I don't know the name of it, but it was like this, like, her father had been there, like Violet's father had been there, and there was like this temple.
Yes.
Yeah. So apparently, I think this was said in Onyx Storm, but her dad tried to dedicate her to the goddess Dune as a baby, and that's why she has the white, the strip in her hair. And it makes me believe, we don't really know much about that right now, but it makes me believe that her father was actually, like, evil. Like, he was the evil one. Even though in the first, like, 3 books or 2.5 books that we thought that her mom was. But after finding that out, I feel like her dad was hiding something.
Listen, We talked about this, I think, when we had Jaden on, when we talked
Mhm.
about Onyx Storm, is her parents, there's so much that we don't know about them that there's like three things that I want to say that are also theories that are probably not true, but like where my brain went. So, first things first is that who we think are her parents aren't truly her parents.
Mhm.
Whether her mom isn't her mom or her dad isn't her dad. Who she thinks is like, that's the first thing that I think. Like, is that truly her mom? I don't know. Is that
Mhm.
truly her dad? I don't know. I don't think that her and Mira have the same mom.
Okay.
So that's my first thought.
Okay.
Okay. Second thought is that going along with this whole thing of like, it's just a retelling of a story, it's a retelling of all this stuff. My original thought was, is this all have something to do with Violet's dad and all the research he did and all that other weird stuff that he did that we're not like sure about? Is it his quote unquote writings or his quote unquote research, his quote unquote whatever that then is being transformed into this story, which seems a little far fetched, but like part of that could be true somehow, some way. And then the third thing is that you're looking at me like I'm crazy.
No, I'm just listening.
The third thing is that kind of a combination of those both is that her parents, if it is truly her parents, let's just say, like,
Mhm.
if it's truly her parents, that they did some sketchy stuff and they're both of them together are the evil ones in this whole thing. Like, I don't think it's just her mom. I don't think it's just her dad. Like, I feel like it would have to be both.
Okay.
That only makes sense. Now, I can't remember all the stuff about like her parents. Like, do we know how they like got together? Do we know about all that other stuff? Like how Violet came to be? Like, because I don't remember, I could create a whole idea of what I think that looked like, but I don't know if we know that already.
I don't think so. I mean, her dad was a scribe, right?
Yeah.
And her mom obviously wasn't. And I think that's all we really know.
See, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like how would that work? Because isn't that like not against the rules, but like,
Well, Jasenia is a scribe.
oh yeah, I
And
guess.
she had a thing for Liam, and now she has a thing for Sawyer.
I think that there is some there's a connection that's not connecting.
Okay, to add on to this, another theory is that her dad became Venom
I've heard this.
somehow. Yep.
Yeah.
And his research was trying to figure out how to cure it.
Which is why my theory is like all of the things I just said is based off of that. Like is
Yeah.
all of his research because he was trying to find a cure.
Yeah. Or maybe her mom was the one that was Venom and her dad was trying to find a cure for her mom. And maybe he did, but I don't know how he died. I don't remember how he died.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
And I feel like their past is really shady. Like something sus about all of it.
I know. I don't trust any of it. See, when we were reading about all of that and like that whole section that you're talking about with about her dad and all that stuff, like I was like, there is something that just feels wrong about this entire thing.
Yeah, and something's not sitting right with me with the fact that he tried to dedicate Violet when she was a baby to the goddess Dune, and I'm pretty sure her mom didn't want that. And like he traveled all this way for that. Like it was just like something's off with that.
Something, yeah, like it's like is Violet more important than we know right now? Is she something that we don't know about? Is she, you know what I mean? Like it's all this stuff. And also, I would just like to say this is also a wild take, and I know this probably isn't true, but they're all trying to find the cure to Venom, right? They don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
What I wonder is because it would be a fantasy book thing to do, is it somebody's bloodline? It's like somebody's like blood or bloodline that is the answer, is the cure. And is that Violet?
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what I thought about is like, is Violet the cure to all of this? Or is her bloodline, is her dad, whatever he did he create something that's now in her blood?
Oh yeah, I think there was maybe another theory that he created Venom.
Yeah, that's another theory. See? It's all that, see, it's so sketch. It's so
Yeah,
sketch.
yeah.
Her family past is so sketchy.
Also, are people who become Venom, like, is them drawing magic from the earth making them evil? Or did the people who they're surrounded with, like the other Venom?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, because, okay, I feel like there's still a lot that we don't know about Venom in general.
Yeah, we don't.
So that's why it's like, is it truly evil?
Yeah.
Or is it the people?
And I feel like there's something interesting probably happening in like the Venom world too. Like some like political uprising or like something like stuff like we definitely don't know everything like you said.
Is Violet a bigger play in that? Is she something that we're not aware of yet? That's what I'm like. I feel like we don't know enough about her yet either, even though she's the main character.
Yes, but also, well, if she doesn't know about herself, then we won't know about her.
Right.
But also like the college and like all like that whole part of the country, or I don't know what it's called, okay, like that area, right? They say that they're the good guys, but we know that they're really not the good guys.
Right.
Like everything that happened with Zayden, his dad, the rebellion, everything like that. So we know they're not good people, but also Venom aren't good either. So it's like, which one is the lesser evil? Like, is there something going on behind the scenes at that college? Because a lot of the people in charge are really bad.
And it kind of goes to like is there a reason why they come to this college? Is there a reason why they're learning the things that they're learning? Is there a reason that they're getting all this training so that they can be on the side of that and then they can, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, are they just trying to make them into weapons or into things to find like research for things and all this other stuff? Like, is there a reason for all of that? Because it also seems sketch. Like, there is nothing in this series that I feel confident in right now. Like, nothing.
Literally nothing. Also, another thought I just had is in Iron Flame, when Jack comes back, right? And they say that they were doing like this, I don't know if they used the word experiment, but they were like, oh, we like tried something new and like we brought him back, right?
Yeah.
That's also sus because they're working within the college. So either like Venom infiltrated them or they did like some sort of experiment on Jack.
Or is Venom coming from the college? Like, see, it's
Yeah. And this might be a really hot take, but imagine if Jack like didn't choose that life. Like maybe it was like forced upon him. Like he might be an asshole, but what if he didn't choose to be like the villain, the enemy?
I don't think he did.
And like the experiments they did on him were without his consent, really.
You're not going to like this, but I'm going to go into it and say it anyway. Whatever Dane's powers are, which I don't remember what it's called, but where you can kind of manipulate minds and stuff. I feel like that power, the people who have that, have a bigger role in this whole thing. Basically, to fuel the theory you just said.
Yeah, I could definitely see it too.
I'm not saying Dane specifically, but maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't trust him. I know that you do. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I trust him now. His dad's a different story. I don't trust his dad at all.
No. I say, I feel like there's so much that we don't know yet, which is so weird because it's 3 books in. But I feel like there's so much that we don't know, and there's not enough that we can trust for anybody, especially because now Zayden's going to be a villain, and because Jack came back. Like, there's just not enough for us to solidly say, like, yeah, like, this is all going to work out and be fine.
Yes. Also, I do want to say that Rebecca said in an interview once that, like, her whole idea from Fourth Wing kind of stemmed from the, like, history books being changed and, like, slavery being erased and all that. So it makes sense that this the theory you have about like people who can manipulate the mind or like has something to do with the mind, like in the memory, would play a big role if that was her original like idea for this. Like I feel like obviously the rebellion, like that whole storyline with like Zayn's father and stuff, obviously that history was kind of like changed, and we already know that like they weren't like completely evil, right? But I definitely think if that was her whole idea for this book, that it plays a bigger role in general.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense actually. Just knowing that she said that, that changes a lot.
Yeah.
Of her mindset of writing these books and what they're going to look like, and how like obviously we love reading the books because they got like romance and they got, you know, all that fun stuff, but it's then like this nitty-gritty stuff that actually makes your mind boggle, because it's like, and the sad part too is that none of it's real, but it feels so real.
Yeah, but it can be inspired by like real events, right? Like what I just said. So that also makes it interesting because it's like it helps us like figure out things. Like I think books need to have a good balance between romance and like the nitty-gritty like world building system of everything.
Yep. It needs to have that, like, the fact that we can come up with these theories and think about these things, because it's like, okay, there's so much that we don't know, yet it feels like there's a whole world that we are yet to discover and all this stuff, especially in this one, because we definitely can't trust anybody or anything right now.
Yeah, I know.
And I hate that.
Yeah.
Like,
and I know you don't read like the blurbs on the top, but that also like adds so much, and it's also confusing because it's like, wait, like what does that mean? Like, excuse me.
Okay, I did it in the first two. I did it on Onyx Storm because you told me I needed to.
Yeah.
But that it adds a whole nother thing, because it's like, what is this coming from? Like, how does this come into play? See, like, that's where the theory comes into of like, is this her dad's research? Is this that? Like, where is this coming from? And how does that play into this story? Or is it all one big story? And these are like the titles within the, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, if we read this all right, and at the end we found out it was a whole separate story, like, here's a story about a story.
Yeah.
That would freak me out. Like, I'd be like, wait, what? Like, but at the same time, I could so see that being true.
Yeah.
Which also freaks me out. But it's fine. And the fact that Rebecca's so nonchalant about the whole thing.
Yeah. And you know, the thing about these books is that we love to joke like, oh, it's like the wing leader and like, oh, the tension, it's crazy. But in reality, we are figuring out these magical systems. We're theorizing about how this world works, the history of this world, not even the present day stuff. And we do it over and over and over again every single time we start a new series.
Yep.
So basically, we're the smartest people on the planet. Anyone who reads fantasy.
See, that's the thing. This is okay. Not that we need to go down this road, but I'm gonna anyway. When people, it irks my gears. Okay, like when people think that or see us and they're like, "Oh, you're readers, so you just like read romance," and it's like, actually, no. Like, you have no idea the theories that have come into my brain, or the world systems, like you said, or the magic systems that we have to learn about, and all this stuff and all this magic and all this science and all this other stuff that we are putting into our brain and then comprehending, and then having to then theorize and figure out how the book's going to end and all this stuff. Like, it's not like, yeah, we read to read and it's a vibe and all that stuff. But in reality, it takes up so much of your mind, because you're creating not just a world in your mind, but you're creating every other system and character and thing within the book, that it creates this whole dynamic in your brain, this whole universe in your brain, and it makes you rethink a lot of things in your life because you're thinking differently about this world.
Exactly. And I will say, I feel like people who read are people who should run the world.
Yes.
Like, we know what works in political systems. We've read 100 million of them, right? We're
Exactly.
like, hey, this works, this does not, and it's been proven over and over and over again in all these books.
It's always the same, the thing that does not work, guys. We know.
Yes, we know, and that's why readers are qualified to have higher positions in society. And
exactly. Done. Yes. Exactly. Put that out there in the world. But it's so true because it's like, it really bothers me when people are like, oh, you just read books. And it's like, it's not just that though. I'm creating people and worlds and universes and magic systems and all this stuff within my brain.
Mm-hmm.
And it's making me think differently about all the stuff around me.
Yes. And I know we're talking about fantasy and that really applies to fantasy, but I will say in other books too, like sports romances or rom-coms, like I read these books because I'm like, so there are actually good people out there and like life can be happy, like filled with happy moments.
Yes.
And it's very beneficial to me. That's why I like reading so much.
It gives you like faith in the world, honestly. But it's so like encouraging to know that like that there is an end to this series. Like there is an end.
Mm-hmm.
So even if none of our theories are true or all of them are true, there is an end. See, that's the other thing that messes with your brain is like you think you know what the end is. Yeah. The author actually knows what the end is.
Yeah.
And you're like, and then when you get to it, you're like, wait, what?
It's kind of like, have you seen the Now You See Me movies?
Yes.
It's kind of like that when they're like, the more you see, the less you know.
Yes.
Like the more you read, the less confident you are in the theories and like where this book is going.
Yes.
And like who the characters are.
Yes. Authors play God within their series.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of freaky.
Yeah.
It's like, especially because if you're a reader who gets so involved with it, you're like, these are people in my life.
Mm-hmm.
These are like, this is a world that I'm living in. And for the fact that somebody is out there that's playing God for this series, it's creepy. Yeah. So it's like they could do whatever they want.
Yeah. If they're having a bad day, they can just kill off a character.
Exactly.
I do want to go to one last theory before we end this episode.
One
that I've recently seen, and I don't really have any proof of this, but I'm like, you know what? That might be true. Is that the dragons are evil?
Like every single one?
I don't know about every single one, but like the species, basically. And you know, whenever Taryn, I think it was when Andarna wanted to be bonded to Violet when Taryn was bonded to Violet, right? And they had like the whole dragon meeting thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Taryn's like, it's dragon matters. Like you don't have the authority to know what happens. And like he said stuff like that throughout the series. And it's really sus because we don't know what the dragons are thinking and we don't know their realm besides through human eyes.
See, this again goes back to what I'm saying is we can't trust any character. We can't see because I've said this from day one. Sejal, I have trust issues with Sejal. I have trust issues with her. Like I don't know why, but there is just something about that girl that like I don't know. There's just something sus about it.
She kept stuff about Xaden that was privy for Violet to know.
Yeah.
She kept that information from Taryn, her mate. And if she can do that,
exactly.
Like she's stronger than any of us realize. Like the higher ups of the dragon species could be evil. But I don't think like Taryn or Andarna are. And the whole thing about Andarna's species like leaving, like why did they do that?
I know you just said Taryn isn't, but correct me if I'm wrong, isn't Taryn one of the like greatest dragons or whatever? Yeah. That's something that's noteworthy because if they go to these things, right, like with it's all dragon matters and all that stuff, is he the one calling the shots? Or is he one of the ones calling the shots? And that's why Indarna couldn't do all the things. Is that why Sagel's being sketched? Like, it's all of that is another added thing. And do they have connection with the Venom? Do they not? Like, it's all that extra added stuff that adds more and more layers to this.
You know, the way I kind of think about it is Taryn is toothless from How to Train Your Dragon, right? And in How to Train Your Dragon, there's a worse dragon calling the shots. So maybe it's something like that. Like, yes, Taryn's very powerful, but until they get rid of the one in charge or the multiple evil ones in charge, he can't really do much. Like, he can do some, but he's not like the one calling the shots and scaring all the other dragons.
Yeah, because also every time that they went away to, you know, have their conversations or whatever, and we knew nothing about that, that's sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is happening behind closed doors?
Yeah.
That's a wild take, only because I don't want to say like I was sketched out, but like there were a few things where I was like, well, reading the book, I'm like, this seems kind of weird. This seems like, okay, but I'm going to go with it because it's the dragons. Like, it's part of the process. Like, it's part of the situation. Like, it's fine. I'm going to go with it. But now looking back, it's like, what's real and what's not. So basically what we just figured out is that no character is safe. No dragon is safe. We don't know who's evil. We don't know who's good. Like, they could all be evil, honestly, at the end of the day. Like, and we wouldn't know. I think this is my theory about all of the stuff we just talked about. All the answers boil down to Violet's bloodline. That's my thought. Is everything boils down to Violet's bloodline and what her parents' past life and like all of that. That's what it boils down to. That's my thought.
I feel like this is how you know it's a good author. Is even if you haven't written a book in years, or it's only been like you haven't released a book in a while, right?
Yeah.
And your fans are still talking about it because there's so many possibilities and so many theories because you wrote the book so well.
Yes. Yes. Would you rather see...
Oh, yeah,
no, go. No, go.
Say, would you rather have Liam be Venom and alive or Violet losing her memory?
Bro, you just took exactly what mine was.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, the funny thing is about that is I was gonna do a different would you rather versus like the Liam thing, but I changed it at the last second.
We're like this.
You were communicating to me.
Do I want Liam to come back? Yes. But would it make such a better story if Violet lost her memories for that whole time? Yes. So I think I'd rather do that because then you know when she sees Xaden again or falls in love with Xaden again, that's going to be wild.
No, literally. I was thinking like Xaden getting her to remember would be such a good storyline.
Wild.
Imagine if he's like, let me just remind you about our first time. Let me remind you when we broke your dresser. Like, just...
That is what I'm saying. I would way rather watch him try to help her remember. I love Liam, but like in my brain, I've worked through it. I've mourned. We've grieved. We went through the 5 stages of grief. So if he comes back, that's a whole nother grief process that I have to go through, and I'm not willing to do that.
I am going to say Liam coming back.
It was a little more traumatic for you when Liam died than me, so I think that's why you said that.
It was, even when I reread it, I'm like crying, even though I know it's happening. It's whenever he says it's been my honor, that's what really gets me. That's
I think that it would be more beneficial for you mentally if he came back. Be more beneficial for me if Violet forgot her memories and we worked through that. This is reading between the lines. That was reading between the lines, like actually legitimately us reading between the lines. That's crazy. That's why our podcast is called that. Wow.
You're so smart.
I know. Anyways, that's what if you ever wondered why we're called reading between the lines, now you know. Thank you so much for listening. We are now back and probably not improved, but we're back. So you'll now be getting episodes every other week on Wednesdays. We have a couple authors coming on here in the first couple months of 2026, and then some other fun things that we need to talk about because we both read a lot over the holiday season, so we have a lot to catch up on. Thank you so much for listening. You know where to find us on Instagram and TikTok. There's book news, quotes of the week, all that other fun stuff there. And I think that's all I have to say. Rebecca, please listen to this and tell us if we're right. Manifesting that in the universe.
It's manifesting that we'll get her on the podcast by the time this series is finished.
That we can manifest.
We can manifest it. It will take like a few years, right, for the series to finish. You have time?
Yes.
You have time.
Yes. Agree. Okay. Thank you so much for listening.